Once upon a time in a small village in Pakistan, there lived a young couple, Zara and Ali, who were deeply in love. They belonged to different castes, which made their families disapprove of their relationship. Despite the disapproval, Zara and Ali could not resist their feelings for each other and decided to elope. One night, under the cover of darkness, Zara and Ali secretly left their village, with hopes of starting a new life together in the city. They were filled with joy and excitement, dreaming of a future where they could be together without any restrictions. However, they didn't anticipate the horrible consequences that their decision would have. As they settled in the city, they faced numerous challenges. They had limited resources, and finding a job was not easy. Ali eventually found work as a day laborer, while Zara took up a job at a small garment factory. Their financial struggles took a toll on their relationship, and they began to argue frequently. One day, Ali lost his job due to a misunderstanding with his employer. With no income and mounting debts, the couple's situation became even more dire. Zara's meager salary was not enough to support them, and they were forced to live in a small, cramped room with barely enough money for food. As their circumstances worsened, Zara and Ali started blaming each other for their situation. Zara's family, who had disowned her, learned of their plight and used it as an opportunity to reiterate their disapproval of the couple's relationship. They refused to help them, leaving Zara and Ali feeling even more desperate. Ali, unable to cope with the pressure, turned to alcohol for solace. He would spend his evenings at the local tavern, drowning his sorrows in drink. This only further strained their relationship, as Zara felt betrayed and abandoned. One evening, as Ali returned home intoxicated, an argument erupted between the couple. In a fit of rage, Ali lashed out at Zara, physically assaulting her. Zara, in shock and pain, ran out of the room seeking shelter with a neighbor. The neighbor, a kind-hearted woman, took pity on Zara and called the police. Ali was arrested and charged with domestic violence. As news of the incident spread, Zara's family publicly disowned her, labeling her a disgrace to the family. They refused to help her or Ali, and Zara found herself completely isolated from her loved ones. Ali was released on bail, but was left with a criminal record, making it even more difficult for him to find a job. Meanwhile, Zara found a new job at a local NGO, where she worked with women who had faced similar challenges. Despite her newfound purpose, she couldn't help but feel the void left by her estranged family. As the couple tried to rebuild their lives, they faced more obstacles. Ali's alcoholism worsened, and he would frequently return home drunk, often starting fights with Zara. Zara, on the other hand, was struggling to cope with the trauma of her past and the pressure of their current situation. One day, Zara received a call from her father, who informed her that her mother was critically ill. Despite their strained relationship, Zara felt a deep sense of responsibility to be by her mother's side. She pleaded with Ali to come with her, hoping that the journey would help them reconcile and rekindle their love. Ali, still bitter about the past, refused to accompany her. Zara, with a heavy heart, decided to make the journey alone, hoping that her mother's condition would bring her family together once again. As Zara traveled back to her village, she was met with hostility from her family. They blamed her for the shame she had brought upon them and refused to acknowledge her presence. Zara's heart broke as she watched her mother's health deteriorate, knowing that her presence was only making things worse. Despite the animosity, Zara refused to leave her mother's side. She spent her days taking care of her, hoping that her dedication would eventually soften her family's heart. Ali, who had been left behind in the city, struggled to cope without Zara. He realized the gravity of his actions and the damage he had caused to their relationship. He decided to seek help for his alcoholism and tried to make amends with Zara through phone calls and letters. Although Zara was touched by Ali's efforts, she was still hurt and angry. She felt betrayed by his alcoholism and the violence that had occurred between them. The distance between them seemed insurmountable, and Zara began to contemplate ending their relationship for good. Back in the village, Zara's mother's health continued to decline. The tension between Zara and her family reached a boiling point, with her relatives blaming her for their mother's illness. One day, Zara's father confronted her, saying that she was no longer welcome in their home and that she should leave the village for good. With nowhere else to go, Zara decided to return to the city to confront Ali. She hoped that they could have an honest conversation about their problems and perhaps find a way to salvage their relationship. Upon her return, Zara found Ali in a much better place. He had quit alcohol, found a stable job, and was genuinely remorseful for his past actions. As they talked, they realized that their love was still there, but it would take time and effort to rebuild their trust and heal their wounds. Despite their renewed commitment to each other, Zara and Ali faced a new challenge. Zara's family, still angry and unforgiving, refused to accept their reconciliation. They threatened to harm Ali if he ever tried to contact Zara again. With no support from her family and feeling trapped, Zara was overcome with despair. One night she confided in a friend from her NGO, who suggested that Zara and Ali seek legal help to protect themselves from her family's threats. Together, Zara and Ali hired a lawyer and filed a case against Zara's family for harassment. During the court proceedings, Zara's family's true colors were exposed, and they were left with no choice but to accept the couple's decision to be together. Though they still refused to forgive Zara or have any contact with her, they agreed to cease their attempts to harm Ali. With the legal battle behind them, Zara and Ali focused on rebuilding their lives together. They moved to a new city, where they found a supportive community and new opportunities. Ali found a better job, and Zara continued her work at the NGO, helping other women in similar situations. Though their journey had been filled with pain and heartache, Zara and Ali learned valuable lessons from their experiences. They understood the importance of communication, trust, and forgiveness in a relationship. They also realized that the love and support of friends and a strong community were crucial in overcoming life's challenges. As time went on, Zara and Ali grew stronger as a couple. They decided to start a family, and soon they were blessed with a beautiful daughter. Though they knew that their past would always be a part of their story, they vowed to move forward, embracing the love they had for each other and the new lives they had built together. Zara's family, however, was not entirely out of the picture. As time passed, her father's health began to fail, and he reached out to Zara for help. Zara, remembering the love and care her mother had shown her throughout her life, decided to forgive her family and care for her father in his final days. In time, Zara's family came to understand the depth of her love and forgiveness. Though their relationship remained strained, they began to accept Zara and Ali's love and the couple's new life together. The horrible result of Zara and Ali's elopement had taught them valuable lessons about love, trust, and forgiveness. Throughout their journey, they faced many challenges, but their love for each other ultimately prevailed.
Please subscribe to my channel Lessons of Life and press the bell notification icon.